This is Jacqueline Price, aka Rich Sister, and I welcome you to another edition of Thoughts for Vision, inspirational topics to help get you through life. Thank God for this opportunity. Thank all of you out there for tuning in to the show today. You need any info about me, about thoughts, vision, one place and one place only for you to go to. And that's what I like to call my one-stop shop. Check out my website, www.jackie, JACKIEAP.com. You need info about the Thoughts for Vision blog and radio show, social network pages. You need any info about Rip and Run Grocery. You want to donate to either Thoughts for Vision or Rip and Run Grocery. If you need any info about me, red shots, God, let's talk right. Headshots, resumes from my LinkedIn page, whatever you need, that is the place to go to my one-stop shop, www.jackie, JACKIEAP.com. Check it out. Want to welcome you all here today. Hoping you have a wonderful day wherever you're at. However you're listening to me by whatever means, thank you so much for tuning into the show today. And I welcome you. If you have any comments you'd like to make about the topic, please feel free to join me on the broadcast. And here is the link to do that. If you would like to, I welcome you to click below. Please click below. In fact, I see on this page, I'm going to go ahead and include that link just in case you're looking at it through this link. But that's the link too on the screen. If you want to join me on the broadcast, I so welcome you to do that. If you have a comment on today's topic, would love for you to join me while I am here live with you. Please feel free. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, there we go. So please feel free to click to join the broadcast. Please click this link. It's down below in the comments. Please feel free to click this link if you want to come in on your webcam, on your phone, join the broadcast and respond to the question. Or if you prefer to just put it in the comments, I'll make sure to post it on the screen. Okay? But feel free if you want to connect with your camera, your phone, whatever, you can use that to join the broadcast. Or if not, feel free to just comment below. Okay? Without any further ado, we're going to get right into today's topic. Today's topic, be not weary. Once again, today's topic, be not weary. Today's verses I'm going to be reading is from the book of Galatians, okay? Chapter 6, verses 6 through 10. Once again, coming from the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verses 6 through 10. And I'm reading from the King James Version. Actually, uh, actually, well, I'll go ahead and start with 6. That's no problem. I'll go ahead and start with 6. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith. I'm going to go back and read verse 9, because of course this is where my topic comes in at. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Do you sometimes feel like, you're in a situation where you're doing the right thing, trying to, you know, as they say, focus and do the right things, but you kind of feel like, where is it really leading you? Where am I really going with this? Is this leading me to a good end, or do you find like you're trying to do all of the right things, but you feel like you're seeing other people that are not so on the right path getting ahead? Or even you're just in the mode where you're just starting to get tired. You're like, God, when is my time? When is my time going to come? When is my time going to come? We're doing all of the right things. We're putting our nose through the grind, but sometimes we can tend to get frustrated. You see other folks around us getting blessed, getting rewards, getting opportunities. And sometimes it seems as though we are in a standstill. I like what the verse says. Be not, I'm reading Galatians 6 and 9 again. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. For in due season, we gotta wait for our due season. And God knows when our due season is coming. See, we always want to think that it's now, and I'm ready for it now, and when is it going to come? But God knows us, of course, better than we know ourselves, right? And like the loving Father that He is not going to place anything in our lives that we're not ready for. Like a good father, He is not going to place anything in our hands that we are not prepared to handle. And rightfully so. Some of you, your parents, you're not going to put car keys in the hands of a 5-year-old. Why is that? Because the 5-year-old is not prepared and ready to be behind the wheel of the car for various reasons. Okay? That's one good example of an analogy. We as just adults in general that got any kind of lick of common sense is not going to put car keys in the hands of a 5-year-old and tell them to get behind the wheel and drive. What same goes with God as opposed to, and when it's according to us. I'm sorry. God is the same way. He is not going to give us anything that we're not ready for. Why? Because we are not prepared to handle it. In fact, we're most likely going to mishandle it and run it into the ground. Obviously, a 5-year-old would crash the car. You know what? They're not prepared to handle it. And that's what the Lord doesn't want us ruining the good thing that He has planned for us. Be not weary in well doing. And to definitely focus on well doing, had a conversation with a friend yesterday. Like I said, it seems like when you're in the position where you're trying to do the right thing, you see somebody else doing all of the wrong things, but seems like they're getting ahead or getting away with what they're doing. And I was supposed to question, do I go there? Do I go that route? In other words, do you bring yourself down to the same level of what somebody else is doing? See, we can get lost with focusing on other people. See, we got to stay on our road that God has carved out and planned for us. We can't go by nobody else's road. Can't do it. Can't act like how other people are acting. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Especially when the other person is behaving in a way that's not godly and not professional. I'm not going to pattern myself after somebody who's unprofessional. Or even if the other person is doing stuff right. See, God, just remember, God has a plan and a purpose for your life. Stay in what God has you to do and be yourself. Be yourself because you're the only person that you can be, right? Is yourself. Is yourself. Be confident and walk in the path that God has for you. Be confident. Be confident. Walk in God's path. It's going back, verse 7, Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. See, God is not mocked. Whatever a man soweth, that's what he will reap. Verse 8, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. See, God is not mocked. I mean, you may be fooling people. You can fool people, but who you can't fool is God. You can't fool God. You can't fool God. He He is, see, don't deceive yourself. Don't think you're playing God because you're not. Like I said, you can fool people. Can fool your coworkers and your family and friends and even people at the church. But be not deceived. God is not mocked. When a man soweth, he shall also reap. The people that sow seeds of discord and trouble and just doing everything that is not right, they're going to reap corruption. But those who sow life, so you got a choice, life or death. You're either going to sow life, breathe life into people, or you're going to sow death into people. It's a choice. It's a choice. And you have the right to choose what you're going to do. I, for one, am going to choose life. That's why I'm here right now. I hope what I'm saying to you today breathes life into you. Because that's what we're to do as followers of Christ. We present, what's important to us, we're supposed to share with others, be a light onto other people. Sometimes we find ourselves getting frustrated. And sometimes feeling like, what's the point of all this? But the point is to be a light and to be a blessing on to other people. And that's something we always got to remember, okay? Once again, if you have any comments on the topic today, please feel free to patch in with your camera or your phone, and feel free to join into the broadcast today. I'd love to get your thoughts and your comments on this topic. Please feel free. That's the link where you can join the broadcast with your camera on your phone. Or if you prefer to just comment below, I make sure that it's posted on the screen as well. Please feel free to share. Okay. So once again, do not be weary in well doing. You will reap harvest. You are on the up and up. If you are doing, you are in the will of Christ, you will reap the harvest and the benefits of the situation. See, we don't want to sow seeds of discord. We don't want to be on the wrong track either. Like, people make certain decisions to do certain things, and then you want to hear the excuse. Well, they have the excuse, well, I got to do what I got to do. Well, are you doing? See, to me, the reason why you got to do what you got to do is because you're not doing what God told you to do. God is continually giving us instruction. He is constantly speaking to us. God is constantly speaking to us. But are you listening? Do you have that tuned ear to hear what he's saying? Do you have the tuned ear to hear what God is saying to you? I mean, this is bottom line. Are you listening to Him? Sometimes in life we get into our own head. We get into our own head, or we're listening to other people. But are you listening to God and what He instructs you to do? Some of you are making your own decisions based off of anything but God. That's why we get into situations where we feel we need to do what we got to do. Well, simple. You feel that way because you're not doing what God told you to do. God is constantly speaking to us. But are we listening? Do you have that tuned ear to hear what He's saying? You got to learn how to develop a spiritual ear to hear what God is saying to you. You know, we can constantly, ask for things or request things. Uh, and He has three answers He can give you: yes, no, or sometimes what seems to be the hardest answer, wait. I swear sometimes a wait seems worse than a no. Because see, a no, if He says no, then you don't have nothing else to do but to get over the no. But that wait, see, when we hear that wait, see, it's going to happen, but He's telling you to wait because the time is not right yet. You're on the right track and right path with what you want, what your goal is, but wait because the time is not here yet. And of course, the biggest mistake we do is get frustrated, then act like God is taking too long, and then we go ahead of Him and try to do it ourselves, in which case, each and every time, 12 times out of 10, we mess it up because we were impatient and we didn't want to wait on God. So we thought we, of course, help Him out, right? Well, God doesn't need your help. He does not need your help. He's very capable of being God all by Himself. And that's what we got to remember. God has the plan and the purpose for our lives, and we gotta always remember to trust Him and go by His leading. The Bible says, I'm gonna find that Proverbs. See, we make the mistake and try to figure things out on our own, and that will lead us to mistakes each and every time. We got to learn to not rely on our thinking, our ways so much. I want to read this Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in, once again, reading from the King James Version. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct thy paths. See, lean not unto your own understanding. Acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. That's why we always got to make sure that we are listening to God, focusing on God, and having that tuned ear, hear what He's saying to us. Be not weary in well doing. Be not weary in well doing. In due season, you shall reap your harvest. You stay on the path, you will reap your harvest. You go off and do your own thing. Hey, you're on your own. You're on your own. Go to doing your own thing. You're on your own. God's gonna, He's gonna let you, because hey, as I say all the time, we are free moral agents. God so recognizes us as free moral agents. We are not robots, and He's got the controls. That's not how it works. He allows you. And sometimes we get into, well, God, why did you let this happen to me? Well, no, what He did was allow you to make the decision. I see Janice has come in. Hi, Janice. Thank you so much for coming and tuning into the broadcast today. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So it's not so much as He allowed something to happen. No, what He did was allow you to make your own decision. See, you're the reason why you're in the place that you're in. You're the reason. He allowed you to make a decision. He's going to let you make decisions. But it's on to us to make the right decisions as we're being led by God in the instructions that He's given us. Please feel free to comment. Feel free to comment on the topic. Please feel free once again if you would like to come on through your camera, through your phone. Once again, posting that link for you if you want to patch through with your webcam, your phone camera. That's the link in which you can patch into the show. Okay? Or feel free to just comment below about the topic. So just remember, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever man soweth, that he should also reap. And be not weary. Be not weary in well doing. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So don't get faint. Don't get weary. Especially when you're doing good. Especially when we're doing good. And you may go through times of struggles and hard times because you're not simple. You're not promised a trouble-free life. And I see you made a comment, Janice. I'm going to show it on the screen and read it. You say, if more could run for the race for Christ, mighty warriors they'd become. That's so true, Janice. That is so very, very true. And I like that. Mighty warriors, and that's what God is looking for. He is looking for mighty warriors. He's looking for soldiers. He needs some soldiers on the battlefield. Because this is a spiritual battle that we're in. And we got to be on the Lord's side each and every step of the way, and always follow his instructions. Always be willing to go in the right path, go into the right direction as he leads you, as Christ leads you. Because he'll never steer you wrong. He'll never steer you wrong. He is the way, the truth, and the light. But it's a decision that he allows you to make. Okay, I see you posted something else, Denise. You said just last year would derail most I know. Yeah, you you got that right. Don't even get me started with our current. Well, don't even get me started. I'm gonna leave that alone. Y'all see what's going on in the White House? That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. So even in the midst of all this trouble and trials and tribulations, only what we do for Christ will last. Yep. Only thing what we do for Christ will last. That's it. And I see Janice, you say, but his faithfulness, well, I think you mean is the reward. See, there is a reward that's coming. And that's what we got to trust. That's what we got to rely on. That's what we got to believe, that there is a reward coming for our faithfulness, because it's according to our faith. When you find things that are not going well for you or happening in your life, remember too that it's according to your faith. You got to have the faith to believe that it's going to happen. It's according to your faith. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It's your faith, by your faith. So just remember that. Just remember that. Be not weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. With that is all I have to say on the topic today. Definitely a big thanks to those of you who are tuning in live right now, or you are watching this in the archive. Thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely, once again, for any info that you need about me, about Thoughts for Vision. Okay. There we go. Definitely welcome you to keep up with me in everything that I am doing. Always like to keep you up abreast of what's going on. Like I said, I have a couple of acting opportunities coming up that I'll inform you more about in the coming weeks. as well as, oh gosh, the other opportunities coming up. Just thank God for everything that is going on. And it's just one of those things of what I've already explained to you. I mean, you really gotta just have the faith to believe. You really gotta want more. You gotta want more for your life and what you're doing. What are you seeking? Do you want to whatever you want to do? You want to have business. You want to so many areas that you can go in, but you can trust God and believe that it will come to pass. And like I said, have that tuned ear to hear, to listen to how God is instructing. Okay. Once again, for more info about me, about Thoughts for Vision, about Rip and Run Grocery, once again, there is a website that you can go to. Definitely, I'm going to post that in the comments as well. Post that in the comments as well. www.jackieap.com. Need more info about me, about Thoughts, Vision, about Rip and Run Grocery? There is the info for you. www.jackieap.com. Check it out. With that, that is going to wrap up the show for the day. Janice, thank you so much for tuning in to the broadcast today. See you and some other people that popped up. Thank you for tuning in, and definitely those of you who watched this in the archives. Thank you for watching it. And just remember, God's thoughts plus your vision equals greatness. Once again, God's thoughts plus your vision equals greatness. Take care. You have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the radio soon. Take care, and God bless.